Vega is an actor, dancer and recording artist in the Bronx, New York, performing and being involved in the music industry for 16 years, and he's here with us just now. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me. I'm doing good. I mean, it's morning time over here,
Yeah.
10 a.m. So I had to get up real early to get ready for this interview, but I'm really excited.
So you're going to be on this brand new show on E called Clash of the Cover Bands. So what are you able to tell us about that?
Yes, so Clash of the Cover Bands is a brand new reality TV competition show that's going to be on E. And the show is basically tribute artists competing to be the ultimate tribute cover band. So you get to see like cover band artists covering their favorite pop icons or bands like U2, Cher, Aretha Franklin, Jennifer Lopez, Britney Spears, all the different types of like pop culture from pop to rock to live vocals, entertainers that will compete to be the ultimate cover band. And I was blessed enough to be part of that by being an artistic choreographer for one of the artists that I'm working with, who is a Jennifer Lopez tribute artist by the name of Connie Pena.
Ooh, yeah. And how does it work? Because do you dress up as the artist you're covering as well, or is it more on the vocal side?
So in my job, what I'm doing is basically I'm actually artistically choreographing because I am a big Jennifer Lopez fan. And me working with the artist like Connie Pena, I help her mold her into constructing her how to embody Jennifer Lopez, how to perform like Jennifer Lopez, because I know a lot about JLo and what she puts out as an entertainer, that it's her job to take that and perform for a live audience. So I teach her the choreography and things of that nature.
Yeah, so I take it you're more behind the scenes on this show then?
Yes, I'm a little bit more on behind the scenes. I'm artistically choreographing and also dancing alongside with her. Some of the amazing signature numbers that we have coming in terms of putting that out there for an amazing audience for Clash of the Cover Bands.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds like such an exciting show. And do you think it's going to be quite popular?
I believe it's going to be quite popular. It's something that needs to be out. There are so many amazing, talented cover artists that we don't get to see. I mean, you go to Las Vegas and you see like the Elvis impersonator, or you also see like there's so many that I had no idea that there's so many tribute artists that it's their job to pay homage to them and perform their signature hits. Some people who can't really afford to go see like the A-list artists, they go to Las Vegas and they want to see a show and they see a tribute show, and then they get psyched on seeing how amazing that they can really embody these amazing people that we've grown to love. So I think it's important that we have a show like that because, you know, there's all different types of entertainers out there that needs to get a shot. And I think Clash of the Cover Bands has longevity and it has potential. And I'm so glad that we have a show like that that's coming out.
Absolutely. And you've also released some of your own music. Your latest single, Sarah's 2, and the English version of it, For You, is out. How would you describe that song?
Yes. So my latest single is called Será Tú.
Yeah.
And it's basically saying, everything is for you. So it's a love song. So the single was out in July, and I decided that, you know, I've been releasing music and I've been putting out like 2 studio albums independently. And I said, you know, I don't have a bilingual track. I wanted to put out a record like that. So I said, you know what, I want to touch bases on love. So what better way to do it by having a bilingual song, English and Spanish, because I am Puerto Rican from the Bronx. So I decided to touch base with my roots and also have it as a pop element because I'm a dancer. So I wanted to be an uplifting type of song. So it's mostly about romance, telling the person that everything I do is for you. You're my one and only, and I'm never going to let you go. And that's actually out right now on iTunes, Apple Music, and Spotify.
Ooh, yeah, that's exciting. And because you've done an English version of the song, song, is that kind of hard to translate the lyrics? Because a lot of the time, the syllables don't line up and all sorts of stuff like that.
Yes, that is absolutely true that you mentioned that, because originally it's a funny story, because when I was working on new music during COVID, I was always like being creative in the studio. And I was like, a lot of my great songs comes with a melody or lyrics in my head. And I have some friends who are artists that they could hear a beat and they'll come at the top of their head, come up with a song. But sometimes the best songs for me are the ones that I can hear the melody in my head. So when I wrote this song, it originally was in English. And then I said, you know what, I want to do it in Spanish, but I don't have the knowledge on translating it because, like you said, the syllables are a little bit different. And I had to ask one of my producers that I worked with previously. His name is Cool Breeze. And he executive produced my second album, Who I Am. And I said, can you help me try to translate this? And we sat in the studio for like probably a whole day. Wow. And he helped me translate from English to Spanish. So the English one says for you, but Seratu is mostly saying, if you really translate it, it's everything for you. It's a little bit longer. So you can't really use that whole line to match it with the melody of the song. So yeah, it was a really fun experience.
Yeah, and in a weird sort of way, it sounds like it's meant to be in Spanish, even though you did the English one first.
Yes, I mean, it's so crazy. I mean, did you get to hear the record? Because if you hear the record, you could tell that it's meant to be a Spanish record. For those who have heard it, they like, you know what, I like the Spanish one a little bit better because it flows easier with your vocals. It's a little bit romantic. It's a little bit more soothing. I think of the record when I listen to it, it's very like when you're in a car with the top out and you're just going down the road with a nice breeze. It gives me that kind of record, very like Ocean Drive, kind of like that Miami type-esque, but it's a very chill type of record, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, and as we head into the latter part of autumn and into the winter, we maybe need a song like that to keep us hot.
Yes, it's one of those songs that you can really, like, I performed it throughout this whole summer since I've released it. And a lot of people gravitate towards like the chorus, when you sing it in English, it's like, everything I do is for you. They start repeating it and it's very catchy. And then with Spanish, it's a little bit different because it's a different way of the intake. It's a little bit more sensual. No me importa porque siempre serás tú. So it touches a different pocket in your vocals. But it's a beautiful record and it's doing very well on the independent radio charts called LDM Radio. It was #1 for 3 weeks for the month of August. And then For You was right there at #2 for 3 weeks. So it's doing very, very well. And people can vote for it for the LDM Radio, which is www.ldmradio.com/vote. And it's in 2 different categories, Latin, Seratu, and English For You.
Great. Yeah, that's so interesting. Do you speak Spanish then, if you're able to write a song in it?
So it's so funny because, I grew up speaking English, but I was raised with Spanish. My whole family speaks Spanish. They speak Spanglish. That's how we say it. It's English to Spanish. So it was a little bit difficult because I can understand it, but to really, like, phonetically, but to really like take it from scratch and just do English to Spanish, it's a little bit hard because you have to get the right words, syllables, and there's a lot of vowels with Spanish. When you're doing English, there's a lot of consonants. So sometimes it's a little bit different the way it may sound in your voice. I mean, it's different for any language when you're doing from English to another language. So it's a great experience for me to do that and to challenge myself to prove to people, like, listen, I am Puerto Rican, I am Spanish. I can do these records and I can do it well. And that was one of the fears that I had if I wasn't going to pay it justice and sound right. Because then they would have been like, it doesn't sound right. That's not the right way to say it. So I was really scared of that. But I'm glad it did well. And it's like my Apple Music on the song is actually close to like 1,000 streams. So I'm really, really proud of it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what's coming up for you? Have you got any more songs that you're working on?
Well, at the moment, I'm just been in high drive promoting the records that I've done for you.
Yeah.
I'm campaigning from now to the spring of 2022
Wow.
for the LDM Radio Awards. I'm familiar with the LDM Radio Awards. It's an independent radio award in New York City.
Yeah.
And they accept all different types of artists in the tri-state area, around the world, let's just per se.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to campaign to be nominated for the Latin and pop category at the LDM Radio Awards for 2022. So I'm doing a lot of campaigning, a lot of promoting. This is my third time campaigning for this award show. I did get nominated in 2018, came close. I didn't win, but that's fine because, at first you don't succeed, you try again. So I'm actually doing that campaigning in terms of music, and I'm always working on new music. But in the coming works, I'm actually in pre-production for a short film that I'm directing and producing, which is called Checkout 2. I'm actually doing a sequel to a short film that I did 10 years ago. And I'm actually in pre-production planning, and I won't start production until November and December.
Wow, that's exciting. So the Connie P segment of Clash of the Cover Bands will air on E on the 3rd of November at 9:30. I take it that's in Eastern time, right?
Yes, that's Eastern time, and it's 8:30 Pacific time. I don't know what time will it be in UK. In the UK, it's going to be what?
2:30 in the morning, so we'll probably have to get it on
2:30.
catch
Oh,
up.
right. 2:30 in the morning. Would you be watching or you be sleeping? I think you be sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be sleeping, but you know what? You can always catch it on YouTube.
Yes, definitely.
On YouTube, I know. How is the UK? Oh my God. I would love to be over there. That's one of my dream vacations, to go to the UK. I mean, like France and London. Like, I really would love to go over there.
Yeah. Well, I think, what is it, the 8th of November now you can go between the UK and US if you're vaccinated. So that's not too long away.
So we're doing good with the vaccination. So they're letting the borders open, correct?
Yes, I believe so. I think you might still have to take a test, but it's a small price to pay to come here, I guess.
Oh God. Well, you know what? I want to enjoy it. I mean, how's the weather? The weather must be good out there, right?
Not today, it's not good, but it has been quite a decent summer and spring this year.
Oh my God. Well, hopefully in 2022, I can hopefully go to the UK. And, God willing, I would love to come to your radio show in person. And, if I have anything, meet up with you and promote. And I really, really want to thank you for having me and taking the time to promote my works. And yes, Clash of the Cover Bands is out right now on E every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. And the segment with Connie Pena is going to be on November 3rd. Yes, I'm really excited that I artistically choreographed that. And you probably get to see me here and there. I'm not too sure. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm really excited for the battle between Jennifer Lopez and Britney Spears tribute artists. It's anybody's game. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks very much for dropping by to our little show here. It's been great having you on.
Yes, thank you so much.